I'm Eric and Karina.
And HR.
And I'm not sure about the nickname this week because I don't know what topic we're on, so I can't correlate. I know what next week's is because I'm picking next week. So just for today, I'm back to vitamin E.
All right, and welcome back to the late podcast, The Law According to Eric. All right, guys, so do you guys want to know the topic I picked today?
Yeah, the hurricane choice today.
Okay, so this, my theme kind of was like trouble before paradise. So this is like troubles as in like fiancés still. Like, you probably should not get married after this.
Like, try it before you buy it?
Yeah.
That kind of
But these are people that are already engaged. So, you know, it's a little bit more than dating.
So they put a down payment, but they haven't closed escrow.
Yeah, that's kind of the theme.
Is that what's going on?
Yes.
All right, okay. That'd be... You know what? That's interesting because it's almost like if you have a cringy single mom sister-in-law that opens escrow all the time with the less limbed and others, but never seems to consummate that sale. It's never permanent.
Maybe she realized that those weren't for her, you know?
Or maybe she realizes she's the rental.
That too.
Just saying.
That too. Exactly.
Damn, I gotta look. Sorry. Right out the gate, buddy. First one. Okay.
All right. Let's start then. Title of the first one is, Am I the asshole for hiding embarrassing notes in my house as a joke because I know that my fiance's mom snoops?
It's not something I would do. That's okay.
I bought a house 7 years ago, and I met my fiance, Al, 4 years ago. Well, this year he moved in. We're talking about making it a home for both of us, but as of now, he hasn't moved much of his stuff in, and right now 95% of the stuff in the furniture in the house is mine. Well, when his mom comes over, she's kind of a snoop. He was used to that, but when she comes to our house, it's so uncomfortable because she's just going through all of my shit. When I am bothered, she'll say like, I was just helping with chores, etc. He says I should let her because she has a lot of nervous energy. That was quote unquote by him, whatever that means. One thing she snooped on was actually embarrassing. In my home office, I had a little affirmation post-it on my monitor saying, I am smart, I am skilled, and I am deserving of great things. It was a silly thing my therapist recommended me to get in a confident mindset before an interview. Anyways, she took that and made a comment about it to my ego. But as a joke, I decided to do it again. I had my best friend over and we were wine drunk, so we wrote a bunch of affirmations to hide it. Somewhere, so the medicine cabinet one, it said, my teeth will regrow. I am shark-like and powerful. The ones in the kitchen drawer said, I know when to spoon, but I also know when to fork. I am sexy and self-assured. My work desk said, I will not just fuck my way to the top of the company. I will fuck my way to the top of the world. My walk-in closet had a note that said, I am beautiful with clothes and without, especially without. My boobs are legendary. There were a bunch more, and my friend and I had a hilarious time writing all of them. Well, next time my mother-in-law came over, she saw a few of them. She didn't acknowledge them to me, but she did start acting differently about me. I went to run some errands, and when I was out, she confronted Al about the notes, and she was trying to tell him that I seemed unstable, egotistical, and moving in with me was a bad idea. She showed him these notes, and he didn't really know what to make of it. He asked me, and I said that they were just some silly private notes to boost my self-confidence and made myself laugh. How has she gotten them then? How has she been going through my things?
How much fucking more is this bitch going to rant about this?
She said,
my God.
He claimed she was tidying, and that's when she saw them, and that they were just weird. I was like, well, have you met me? You should know how weird I am. Anyway, if you don't want your mom seeing my shit, you should stop her from going through my shit. He asked if I had left them on purpose to annoy her, and I admitted that was kind of the joke here.
I can't believe this is still going.
He said, but I also have other weird or private shit that I don't need her snooping around, and if she didn't want to find weird crap, she should stop. He said I was making stuff hard for him, and his mom was really protective and adjusting to him moving in with a girlfriend for the first time, and that I was agitating her on purpose and making her think I wouldn't be a good partner when he wanted her to have the opposite impression of me. Am I the asshole for the note prank?
I think it's pretty creative.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was a great idea. I was like, this is amazing, actually. Like, this is great. I love the fact you're snooping, you looked for it, and you found it. And that's what happened. She was looking for it, and she found it. So, fucked around and found out, right?
Seems harmless enough to me.
Exactly.
I mean, no one's getting hurt, you know?
Exactly.
That's absolutely untrue.
You got hurt by listening to it?
That's right. I'm hurt, and I'll never be the same. Mm-hmm. Oh, my fucking God, lady. Mm-hmm. Listen, at first, I didn't know if this was like Billy and Billie Jean or if this was like Billy and Lucinda.
Billy and Lucinda.
No, I understand now at the end, right? Because like her breasts and all that. But because at first, it's normally not the guy that moves into the
girl's house. Right.
Not saying it doesn't happen.
Right.
So that was my first kind of question. Okay. Clearly, Billy's mom is a bit overprotective of Billy. Mm-hmm. This idea that her excuse is, well, he's not accustomed to this type of relationship yet or whatever.
And I'm just tidying.
And honestly, there may be a lot more in there, but I just fucking zoned out after like the 3 minutes. I can't. I don't know what the fuck else this lady wants. You're the asshole, Lucinda, for writing all of that on Reddit. And for fuck's sake, I don't really understand what the issue is. Yeah, it's a great, funny joke. I do something like that.
Well, I think she's asking if she's the asshole because he claimed she was the asshole for doing it on purpose to get like her mom kind of like awkward.
You can't do that kind of stuff on accident.
That's why, but he was saying that she was the asshole for doing that.
Oh, is that what he was saying? No, he's an asshole for saying that.
Exactly.
All right, I'm sorry. This got me so triggered. Okay, Lucinda is 0 dingleberries. It's a fabulous practical joke that's very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Billy is a 3.5 dingleberry for giving her all this shit and saying that. And Billy's mom is a 5 dingleberry Snoopy cunt. Stay out of people's business. Okay, and that's it.
I agree with that, actually.
Please, for fuck's sake, move on. This was the longest fucking intro, pain in the ass, confessional writing. For fuck's sake. I mean, I had hoped that we wouldn't have to hit the PSA this early on, but we do. So I'm sorry. I guess I missed it in the last 2 weeks.
You know, they're all kind of like.
No, I really hope they're not.
For some reason.
I really hope some of these are a bit shorter.
The next one is.
Okay, because honestly, I'm not gonna make it a whole episode if I have to sit through all this.
The rest might not be though.
All right. Well, I'm not done. Now, let me just say this is a 9.9 on the Feldman scale. There is almost no shame in responding this way and making these little jokes.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I know someone that has one of those like things, like the affirmations, like, and there was like a scene from the movie The Help.
Yep.
Right.
You are
beautiful.
beautiful.
Smart, and you was kind, and you was beautiful. Yeah. So I get it. That's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm just saying.
Snoop makes him the ones for kids, the affirmations for kids on YouTube.
Snoop does.
Yes.
Of course he does. I wonder how much he gets paid for that. You know why I love Snoop?
Me too.
I love, not because I don't even know any songs anymore. Like
I like his side quest.
Yes,
that's my favorite thing.
I don't know about that either. I don't know what that is. But what I do know is like Snoop is a 0 on the Feldman scale.
Oh yeah, he doesn't give a fuck what
There is nothing Snoop won't do for the right price. He doesn't give a fuck.
I don't even think it's about the price anymore.
Yes,
I just think he's crossing shit off of his bucket list.
It's just all about money. Okay, the fucking hot dog place, the cookbook, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Oh, I bought a cookbook.
Of course, that's my point.
Yeah.
Snoop recognized that there is a market. Snoop knows that there's a market for like, entitled white women that want to learn how to like cook ghetto or whatever.
Yeah.
The Martha Stewart lovers of the world.
Right?
Exactly.
So, but yeah.
It does.
But whatever. But so.
All right. Next one then.
Yes, please.
Okay.
See, I'm already like, fuck, that exhausted me.
The title of the next one is My 26 Male Fiancé 28 Female is an actress who played a pleasure girl in Game of Thrones. How do I get my friends to shut the hell up about it?
You mean she was in the brothel? Like one of those I want to know who. I've seen Game of Thrones like 5 times. I love that show.
I have no idea which one it is. But he said...
Oh, you know the show. You just don't know who the... Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
He said, so, I mean, I don't know how much to elaborate on this. My fiancé is an actress who has a few roles, but mostly background stuff. She's also a substitute teacher and a server at a diner, so I hate this idea of the things that she's done on screen and that state and define her because she works so hard to try and get her dream career off the ground. I don't know the exact time, 10 years ago maybe, when she filmed, but she was hired to play several background roles in Game of Thrones and spent several months in both England and Croatia on set. One of the things she did was be a pleasure girl in the Little Fingers brothel. If you know when to look, it's obvious who she is. She's fully nude and implied sexual activities with another girl.
I know exactly who this is.
Wow, really?
I actually know what scene.
Wow.
That scene was iconic.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I mean, for men.
Okay. Well, she's one of the girls there. I guess you know which one she is.
God damn. Is there a way to connect them to our Instagram or affirm something?
The reason I know that scene is because Eric watched it like 10 times.
There you go. Yep. There you go.
It wasn't 10 times. It was like 3.
Well, he said 2 of my friends saw this and asked her, and she said yes, it was her. Well, now it's spread around my whole friend group like a wildfire. It sucks enough that all my friends have seen her naked, but their comments suck. Some are annoying about what it's like to film. Others are just perverted. They do it with and without her around, and when she's not around, it is a lot more vulgar. What can I do to get them to stop? I just get so mad, and they think it's funny. So I feel trapped. What can I do about this?
Can I take this one first?
Go.
You mind? Honestly, no shtick. You want to know what you can do? Not a fucking thing.
No.
But no. Let me quantify that.
Mm-hmm.
When I say don't do a thing, that doesn't mean try to ignore your friend, turn the other cheek, put your best foot. No, fucking embrace it. If they think it bothers you, they will do it worse.
Yep. Fucking
embrace it.
Yeah.
That's right, bitches. That's my girl. Guess what? I reenact that scene with her privately every fucking night. Okay? I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's how you deal with shit like that. Right?
Exactly.
And when you go home, Jimmy, and fucking jerk off to the screen, I got the real thing in my place.
Yep.
How about that?
Yep.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
So there is no am I the asshole here or nothing.
No, it was just him. I think he just didn't know what to do about it because I felt like he's getting so triggered
Nothing.
in his relationship.
Hey, by the way, there's a good shot she'll get more roles similar because she's already done it.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you a little bit, being here in LA, and we have a lot of Hollywood people, and we've done some entertainment Hollywood cases. It's very simple. If, and I mean that, if she is open enough to do virtual sex scenes or show full nudity, not everybody does that.
Right.
And so when roles like that do come up, there's almost like a database of actresses that just don't say no.
Yeah.
So this may lead to bigger, better roles.
Yeah.
Even shows that depict full nudity and virtual sex or whatever, that doesn't make them perverted or bad.
Right.
Some of the best shows ever had weird, quirky sex stuff in it, like Succession.
Yeah.
Right? Where like one of the kids was screwing like the older general counsel who's like in her 60s and like a weird brother-sister fetish thing. I mean, there's all these weird innuendo.
Yeah.
Maybe there wasn't a ton of nudity, but the point is that even some of the greatest shows.
Money Heist too. I feel like that was a great show too, and they showed a lot of nudity and all of that.
Yo, you know what we're watching now? Fight Night with Kevin Hart.
Oh.
This cast: Don Cheadle, Kevin Hart, Samuel L. Jackson. I think it's Samuel L. Jackson, but I'm not sure. It sounds like him.
Oh, okay.
But he's got really good makeup if it is.
Oh, okay.
And it's great. It's funny and it's also a drama. It's on Peacock.
Okay.
Way better than Bel Air. I gave up on that show. That's stupid. That's so stupid.
Couldn't. Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
I know. Me neither.
I'm sorry, but back to this post.
Talking about going off there. Okay.
Back to this post. At the end of the day, it's already done.
Yeah.
And by the way, fucking digital media is forever.
Yeah.
YouTube, whatever, fucking Pornhub, Celebrity Jihad, whatever. There's a site, by the way, Celebrity Jihad. And that's it. It's all nude celebrity shots. Oh, Mr. Skin. That was like the first one. That's like the most famous. That was like the first sort of like celebrity nude website where literally a guy found the time to go through every fucking movie that had nudity in it and post screenshots of the actresses.
The time that person had on their hands. Wow.
Hey, you know how much money Mr. Skin made?
I bet. Oh, I bet.
A lot.
I bet.
So, but the point is, it's already done.
Yeah.
And anybody can find it. And, again.
If anything, I feel like, if you say it's such a legendary scene, be proud of who your fiance is.
Right.
Don't let it ruin your
relationship. That's my point. Just fucking embrace it.
Yeah, embrace it. What else can you do?
Can you imagine being the little kid who's substitute teacher? Like you one day see Game of Thrones, like, hey, that's Miss So-and-so.
You're right. That would be weird though.
Yeah.
If your kids are in her class, that'd be a little.
Wouldn't it be more weird if it's like, oh, look at the news, Mrs. So-and-so just got arrested for fucking a 13-year-old in her gym class. That's worse than.
It would. No, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She was a starving actress. And by the way, if she substitute teaches like third graders, they're not going looking for Game of Thrones.
No.
Right.
No.
So, and if she's subbing in for high school students that recognize her, they know exactly where it's from. Trust me, they're her fucking. They will be the most respectful, calm, quiet, kiss-ass class full of people.
She'll have a great career.
Easy going. It's easy money.
Yep.
So for all of those reasons, nobody's a dingleberry or an asshole here, except fiance. If fiance Billy is a 1.5 dingleberry asshole for struggling with this to this extent and taking it to Reddit, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
It really isn't necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also in line with that. I'm giving him a 7 on the Feldman scale just for going to Reddit and not being able to just kind of embrace and accept who his girlfriend is.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, his girlfriend is the last thing lots and lots and lots of boys see before that baby batter spills all over the bathroom floor. Okay?
No.
Bottom line, okay? That's the reality here. She's a fucking icon.
Wow. Look at that. Icon. All right. Next one then. Title of this one is, Am I the Asshole for Bringing My Fiancé to Christmas Despite My Famous Cousin's Wishes? My cousin is very famous. Yes, you have heard of him, and no, I won't tell you who he is.
Then why bring it the fuck up?
Exactly. But we'll call him Terry. When we have family functions, mainly for holidays, Terry likes for them to be only family so he can be himself and get drunk and pass out on the couch and share Hollywood gossip with us. Otherwise, he feels like he's being interviewed and having everyone talk to him or want a picture, and he has to be in promo mode. He said it's because he was tired of having to meet strangers and not be able to let loose, and there were some issues of these partners taking pics of him or spreading gossip. I hated this at first because I would be dating some chick and she would want to get to meet him, and it's awkward to tell them that they can't come to the family events, and they get mad that they never get to meet him. My Tinder has a picture of me with Terry. So I get it. I was fine with it until this year. I began dating this chick in August. I couldn't bring her to Thanksgiving. Fine. But when I walk in, I see my other cousin, Danielle, has brought her boyfriend, Steve, even though they have been together for less than a year. They got together over New Year's and engaged on Halloween. Terry was fine with this because he's met Steve before, even though I've been told that no exceptions are allowed to this rule. Thanksgiving sucked because the whole time I was mad that I once again was not allowed to bring my girlfriend. My girlfriend consoled me and I realized that she is my soulmate. Well, 2 weeks ago, I proposed and we got engaged. Christmas was at my aunt's and I'm a believer and asked for forgiveness, not permission. So I brought my fiancé because she has nowhere else to go and I wanted her to meet my family. We walk into the house and all hell breaks loose. Everyone was asking who she was and scolding me about the rules, and Terry flipped out. He was already buzzed and looked 20 pounds heavier than he usually presents himself and started yelling at me for doing this to him. He didn't seem excited at all about my engagement or willing to introduce himself to her. Our grandma was telling Terry to get over it and asking to see the ring and saying she wished she had gotten my fiancé a gift. So my grandma was on my side. But Terry was still arguing with me and said I shouldn't be allowed at any other events. And he ended up calling an Uber Black and leaving before we even ate. To top it all off, my uncle, who has never even liked Terry, got upset because Terry was his secret Santa and he didn't even get a gift. So my uncle started blaming me for ruining his Christmas. I get they are mad, but it was clear that there was an exemption for fiancés, and I'm embarrassed that my family was so rude to her, and I just didn't want her to be alone on Christmas. Am I the asshole?
Oh, Terry sounds like an asshole. I don't know who Terry is, but...
I'm going to disagree with you.
Really?
You can say that.
You think the dude is an asshole? Yeah.
No, say it. Go on.
You don't want to go first?
No, go ahead. This is all girl power. By the way, I think I know who this Terry is, but go ahead.
I don't
I'll tell you why in a
know. I
second.
don't know who Terry might be, but I do think he's the asshole just because it sounds like he needs his cousin to get his girlfriends. Having a picture of you with your famous cousin on Tinder is just you looking, you're using him to get attention. You're using him to get women. And he gets mad he can't bring them over because the women want to, so he mentioned it. Women want to meet him and they get mad when I can't bring them to see him because he's like, I don't want to meet them. So I just feel like he's doing this as like, you know, I need him here for my girlfriend. And also, if you think about it, this isn't that good. By August, he met her in August, started dating her in August, and by Christmas, they were already engaged.
Yeah, I guess that isn't very long, but
So
now they're engaged. So
but it's been like 4 months. I just feel like I think where his cousin is coming from.
So we can't ever bring someone to...
No, I
during
think
Christmas
like once they're married and everything, that'd be fine. I just feel like this was really fast, and that's why he's like, his cousin's like, I don't know her, and like some celebrities just don't like the privacy, so I kind of get that.
Yeah.
But I also know the update, so I can't give you guys
okay,
that. But I need you to give an opinion, and then I'll tell you.
Well, I was going to ask in the update. So, has anybody guessed that this is Hulk Hogan?
No.
The reason, I changed my mind after one of the sentences, like where girls want to meet him or whatever. But Hulk Hogan's real name is Terry Bollea.
Oh.
And when he uses the term promo mode, like I have to go to promo, that's what wrestlers do. They cut their promos on the microphone. That's what made me think for a second, and he's kind of known to be an asshole and, kind of like a, jerk, Hulk Hogan, that is.
No, I don't think anyone actually tried even guessing who he was.
Okay, well, that was my first thought, just because the way he used the word promo and Terry and, okay. Having said all that, cousin is the asshole.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
But I'll tell you why. Okay. This was not at cousin's house. This was at Terry's house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Cousin owed it to Terry to ask permission.
Mm-hmm.
This idea that, well, I just assumed because, no, he knows fucking his family better than everybody. I have absolutely no doubt he knew that Terry was going to say no.
Exactly.
That this was going to be a thing.
That's why he said,
and he just showed up like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
And then to say, well, I didn't think that applied to fiancés. I guarantee if he's been part of this family for more than 3 fucking months, he knows exactly what this applies and what it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it sounds like an asshole. That sounds like Terry's the asshole for being like, I only want family here. I don't want these other people. But I'll tell you what, because I understand what it's like to be famous and well-known and renowned, like in my community.
Exactly, right?
Okay?
Yeah.
There's not a lawyer I don't pass like, yo, is that Eric? Like, oh my God, yo, that's Eric. No, it's not quite like that. A little bit, maybe a little bit sometimes. Anyway, I'm just joking. No, but the point is, I do empathize with the idea that if you're in the public light often, and maybe you're subject of rumors and tabloids and this and that, you want to get in your fucking boxers, you want to fart on your couch, you want to drink beer out of the can, like warm, and not give a shit. You want to belch out loud, and it's just your family. And you can be yourself, and you know what? There's something attractive about that, about being able to just sort of let your hair down and just be yourself, not have to be on your P's and Q's. And then, God forbid, this fiance, like you think is or alluding to, is more of a gold digger, or just wants like the fame, and all of a sudden she starts taking the fucking selfies and puts it on her gram. Look, I'm on a live stream right now with Terry. That's my fiance's cousin. Oh my God, look, fans. Now everybody follow, subscribe, or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what it feels like a little bit.
Exactly.
I don't know this bitch. Okay, I don't know if Lucinda's really like that or not. I don't know if Billy fiance even understands, but I kind of get where cousin Terry's coming from.
Yeah.
So I am going to award fiance Billy.
Before the update?
Okay, give me the update.
Okay. So someone asked, I guess it was an update, it was a comment, but someone asked him, like, have you never been able to bring any, like, girlfriend or anything like that? Twice before. Once when I was 19 and an idiot, so that didn't work out. Oh, no, someone asked if he had been engaged before. Okay. So he had been engaged twice before already. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Once when he was 19 and he was an idiot, so that didn't work out. And then again later on, I thought she was the one, but that ended when she sent a story about my cousin to TMZ to make a quick buck. That's why Terry started his rule. That's why he's not allowed that.
Okay, more than reasonable then.
Exactly.
I mean, so it's similar to what I was thinking anyway.
Yeah.
And by the way, Lucinda might be not like that.
Lucinda's an OF model.
Oh, of course. Okay, never mind. Then me
that
and
was
her,
part of my little update that I was going
okay,
to give you
yeah.
guys.
So me and her, does he give her username at least?
No.
Oh, then never mind.
I know what model?
OnlyFans.
Oh.
Oh my God, you're so out of it. Wow.
I was confused on why she was kind of just like, okay, like, what about it? Yeah, so, again, I think you're fucked up again already, buddy. Like, I'm surprised Terry even lets you around him.
It's very clear to me that cousin Billy is doing this on purpose also. He knows better. That's what I was saying.
Yep.
So, again, I know he wrote it to make Uncle Terry sound like an asshole or whatever, but he's not. Cousin Billy and fiance Lucinda are the assholes.
Exactly.
So that doesn't really change anything other than it just reiterates. So I'm going to give Billy fiance 3.5 dingleberries. And I'm going to give Billy fiance a 3 on the Felden scale.
Okay.
I think it's pretty shameless to just show up anyway. He already kind of knows the rules, and he knows why that rule was put in place, and it was because of him. And the last bitch he brought there.
2 on the Felden scale just because I cannot let go of the fact that he puts him on his Tinder profile. So
fair point.
That's very shameless to use your famous cousin on your Tinder profile to make your
It's not fair to the fiance either.
It's not
because she didn't know what she was getting herself into.
Exactly.
Like, when you're invited somewhere, you think that you're welcome, and then to find out you're not welcome.
Exactly. All right, next one. Title is, am I the asshole for actually using the celebrity hall pass my fiance and I agreed upon years ago? Okay. Did you Why are you looking like that?
I'm sorry, I'm getting a text. What'd you say?
The title is, am I the asshole for actually using the celebrity hall pass my fiance and I agreed upon years ago?
Okay.
My fiance.
I think I know what this means. I don't think you do. But
you guys don't know what hall pass is?
I know what it means.
Oh, is it like a pass? Like,
yeah, like a pass.
Like you know what?
Like if you ever get the chance with this celebrity.
Like Friends.
I never watched it. No.
You never saw Friends?
No, I never thought it was funny. I never.
They had a list of like celebrities that they could get a pass on.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's kind of like that, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's take the word "p" off, and that's the kind of pass it is. It's an ass pass. You understand? Okay, you understand what's going on now? Okay, so now that she understands,
let's start the story.
Read the title. Wait, read that title one more time. Okay. No, I'm going to make you sit through this.
Am I the asshole for actually using the celebrity hall pass my fiance and I agreed upon years ago?
Probably, especially since it was years ago, and it was probably a joke. By the way, I just want to let the family know, because we're transparent on this podcast. We don't hold back. We may have to break here and there because I ordered Popeyes for lunch and it's not agreeing with me.
Okay.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. That chicken doesn't love me.
I bet.
Fuck.
Aw.
I'm telling you.
We'll try to go fast.
Yeah, I'm already not feeling well again.
Okay. Title is, am I the asshole for... Oh, now you read the title, huh? Let me start.
I'll do it again.
All right. Am I the asshole for actually using the celebrity hall pass my fiance and I agreed upon years ago? My fiance, 29 male, and I, 28 female, had been together for 5 years. Engaged for 1. About a year into our relationship, we were on a date and he brought up the celebrity hall pass question. He picked someone that he'd likely never meet, but I picked the lead singer of a locally popular band whose music had been a huge part of my life.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you right now, I already figured this out, okay? That's not a celebrity.
No.
a local band singer in fucking Akron,
exactly.
Ohio.
Mhm.
That's just her fucking high school crush.
Exactly.
Okay, you fucking slag. All right, come on now. I see what you're doing, Lucinda.
Lucinda thought about this.
She sure fucking did.
She said, I never expected it to happen, but in January, my friend got me backstage passes to the band, and I mentioned to the lead singer that he was actually my celebrity hall pass. I guess he found it charming because he got my number and invited me back to his hotel, and we slept together. I told my fiancé first thing when I got home. He didn't say anything at the time, but he did seem pretty upset. Ever since then, though, he's been making snide comments about my infidelity. I didn't think that he was seriously bothered until we had to finally pull the plug on our fall wedding because of COVID. He said he was actually glad that we were pushing out of the wedding because it gave him time to think if it's even worth marrying an unfaithful woman that like I was. He admits that he remembers this conversation and he was the one who brought it up, but he says that because it was so early in our relationship, the rules have now changed, and after we got engaged, I should have asked him first. It seems clear he would have said no if I asked, though. Am I the asshole here?
Yep.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if you kind of jokingly had a conversation 5 years ago before you were engaged, I don't think I would take that as like the go past.
You had this conversation when you guys probably didn't even know each other's favorite color.
Yeah.
You're engaged. You went and cheated on him. That's still cheating. It doesn't matter. So, yeah.
Well, let me break this down differently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The reason Lucinda's an asshole is not because she cheated.
Because she told him?
That's right. What? No, I'm not. No. Let me explain. Listen. Hear me out.
You're advocating.
No. I'm not saying that people should cheat and hide it.
Right.
Okay. I'm not saying that. If this truly in her mind she had a pass, and why the need to bring it up then? Why even say it? It's almost like she was doing that out of guilt.
Yeah.
Right. And she was hoping for him to say, you know what, Lucinda,
pass.
You're right. I get it. Okay, that's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, there's no fucking way this is a celebrity.
No.
This is a fucking 40-year-old who's still trying to squeak out a living, playing stupid fucking songs that nobody wants to hear. Probably has like no talent.
Exactly.
Right, and whatever. He's like the fucking guy that still wears eyeliner, right, or whatever that chicks think are hot now, and that's it. Okay, this idea that I used my celebrity pass on the fucking singer of Billy's Garage Band.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
That's what it seems like. Like you did that shit on purpose.
She had a fucking crush.
Mm-hmm.
She took her shot, and then she figured she would be absolved, right?
Exactly.
And maybe, and here's the other thing that's not in here, but I'm wondering if word didn't already start to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you it's a small town, a local guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And then she tried to like nip it in the bud and
get
ahead of it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Before, it got back to him that way.
Exactly.
And she was like, oh, see how, look, you can do yours too one day. Maybe one day you'll meet Lady Gaga.
And she even said,
whatever.
Like, he'd never meet the person she chose.
Of course not.
Exactly.
Right? Because most people that do that know it's never going to happen.
Exactly.
Okay. If HR and I sat down like, yo, well, who's your celebrity crush and who's yours? Okay, I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, it's the Starbucks lady that, does like slam poetry off campus a couple nights a week. She's my No, that's the whole point.
Exactly.
It's fantasy. It's never supposed to happen.
The Game of Thrones lady.
Right. Yes.
Exactly.
There you go.
Something like that.
I'll tell you what, if I ever happen to hook up with that one particular hot lesbian scene actress from Game of Thrones, can I get a celeb pass on that one? Okay.
Jen?
Sure. Because the odds are, right? That's my point.
Exactly.
So Lucinda is full 5.
Yes.
Full 5. I'm not going into Lizzo territory, only because that I'm already feeling kind of sick and I don't want to think of the imagery.
No, that's fine.
But I know I'm serious. We're gonna have to take a break in a minute. But for sure, she's a full 5.
Definitely.
And the 0 on the Feldman scale comes not from telling him, for actually fucking some local trash singer and thinking this was like a big fucking score.
Literally.
You fucking moron. That is literally Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Like literally if
she
if
she Corey Feldman.
That's right. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yes. Yep. All right.
Okay.
All right, next one. Title is, during our vacation in Vegas, I, 28 female, woke up at 2 a.m. to find my fiancé, 34 male, missing. His location was off and thousands of charges from a strip club was on our bank account. Where to go from here? That's just the title.
Okay.
My fiancé, I know. My fiancé and I booked a last-minute getaway to Vegas for a couple of nights. We arrived yesterday. We had tickets to see a show last night, but after a long day of drinking in the heat, I just wasn't feeling well and needed to end the night early. I encouraged my fiancé to still go so he could enjoy his evening. So he did, and I went to sleep. Well, 2 a.m. rolls around, and I wake up to find that he never made it back to the room. The show was literally at our hotel, so I started to panic. I go to check his location, off. Then I text him asking where he was. He reads it and doesn't respond. I called him several times, and he kept sending me straight to voicemail. While I was trying to get a hold of him, I see that there were 2 separate charges for over $1,000 from a strip club. He didn't respond to me till nearly 3 a.m. and just texted me that he was on his way back. 30 minutes later, he stumbled into the room, absolutely obliterated. He tries to lie and say he was just gambling down at the strip and that he never went to the strip club, even though the charges were literally made with Apple Pay and he hasn't lost his phone. After going through his receipts, I found he's been at the strip club for nearly 5 hours, essentially confirming that he went straight from the show and left 40 minutes after my first "Where are you?" text. I also checked all of the accounts, and if all of the charges made settled as they are, he would have spent nearly $6,000 at that same strip club. He swears he did not cheat on me and says nothing sexual happened, though I can only imagine the situations you find yourself in after 5 hours at a strip club, especially when you're intoxicated beyond comprehension. I feel like I'll never truly know what happened, and that alone is the most painful part. We flew home a day early, and I just have no idea where to go from here. We've been together for 7 years, engaged for 4. And as far as I was aware, I thought we were in a great place in our relationship, and there had never been any issues with infidelity in the past.
Hold on. How does
engaged for 4 years?
Right? How does Lucinda think they're in a great place
I don't know.
in the last 4 years Billy hasn't been able to commit to tie the knot?
Exactly.
But okay,
All she said was he was reckless with our money, my trust, and our relationship, and it fucking hurts. What would you do in my situation?
I'd break up with them just for being stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
So Jen, it's about the money.
His lies are bad. The man can't even lie properly.
No, he can't.
I'm going to ask a very direct, sincere question of HR. I think I know the answer.
What?
Is Billy forgiven if he spent $60 and not
It's a
6,000?
money issue.
1,000% it is.
$60 to 6,000 is a lot, though.
It is a lot. Yeah.
Would you forgive him if it was 60?
Oh, it's still fucked up.
It is 6 hours at a strip club.
Let me tell you exactly what happened. Okay. No, I bet you there's some truth. I mean, yes, it's going to be funny.
Okay.
But first of all, Billy got his dick sucked at least 3 times in 6
Definitely.
hours. Okay.
Definitely.
And Billy was paying a premium.
Yep.
Okay. But what I do know happens at times. Anybody that knows me, I'm not just saying this. Anybody that knows me will tell you I don't like strip clubs because honestly, it's just a bad investment.
It is.
There is no upside in any way unless you go to like the Drake ones where the food is good.
Yeah.
Right? Like good wings. Otherwise, it is just money lost for nothing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't appeal to me. But I've been to like bars like in TJ when I was younger. You know, you could drink when you're 18 there.
Right.
And they have like people that work there that look like they're locals and they kind of like pretend to hit on you and get you to buy them drinks. And then it's like, and of course the bartender's in on it and they're just basically giving shots of water.
Yep.
Whatever. I learned this later. Right. And you're shelling out like $10 for a shot of vodka and it's just fucking water.
Yep.
And they get a kickback. Strip clubs, I bet, have something like that where the girls get commissions on bottle service. Oh, you don't drink that. You need a bottle of Dom.
Exactly.
You know, Poppy, you need that good stuff. No, the fucking put the Hennessy back. You need, no Thunderbird for you, Daddy. You need, and that's what they fucking do. And if he was already drunk and feeling stupid, right? He's just making a bunch of bad decisions.
Yep.
Now, are those grounds to end a relationship for 7 years, 4 years of which engaged? By itself, probably not. But I'm guessing there's more going on if after 4 years they still haven't gotten married.
Right.
There's something else wrong.
Yeah.
Whether he doesn't want to commit or she might have there's something else there that we don't know about.
I don't know, man. I think the whole 6 hours at a strip club, $6,000 is enough for me to break up with somebody.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But that's the question. What if it was 6 hours but $60?
Well, at least I know he was capable of getting a good deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
He's showing like a lack of knowledge on so many levels here.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's just naive, he's naive. Maybe he doesn't frequent these places and he doesn't know what goes on.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
He's the kind of guy that's gonna lose your house.
Yeah.
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 Maybe
definitely.
because it's just Vegas, right? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe she just shouldn't take him back to Vegas.
I was just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably a bunch of shitty strip places where they're from, but they just nothing compares to Vegas.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. All right.
I mean, hold on, bottom line. I'm sorry. So, Strip Club Billy gets 3.25 dingleberries for leaving his girl like that and spending a lot of money unnecessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he did get a few Hummers for $6,000, he's still overpaid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll buy a lot, even by Vegas standards.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to give him a 5 on the Feldman scale. I don't think it's totally shameless to sort of let loose and party in Vegas. And often people get kind of sucked into the environment.
Right.
Like what I did there, get it sucked in. Okay, anyway. People get, they fall for it.
Right.
Where I do think he was a little shameless, and this is the difference between Billy and what would Eric do?
The Apple Pay?
No,
Oh.
Eric would have fucking embraced. No, at that point, no, Eric. Okay, Eric would have embraced it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I got drunk. I got taken advantage of. Nothing sexual. I just kept. No, in other words, they kept egging me on to buy drinks and bottle service, and you say I didn't even know how much it was going to be. They just kept bringing them over. I'll make it up to you. I would have embraced it.
Yeah.
You were already caught. The bitch already knows. And by the way, if you, as an iPhone owner, don't know how to turn off the read receipt thing on your text, you deserve what happens to you.
Exactly.
We have a client. I'm sorry. He's an older client, okay, that always cries when it comes time to pay his bill.
Yes.
Okay? So once we texted him, like, yo, client, you know, we didn't hear back from you.
Yep.
And we see that fucker read it.
Yes.
And we get no response. None. It's like, man, I know. And then he went on to say later, oh, I didn't see that text.
No.
Yes, you fucking did. Or
he
no.
said,
what
I didn't have a phone.
Oh, right. I didn't have my phone with me or something.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
He said, I just got a phone, I think, today. That's what he said that day.
Yeah, you know what? Guess what? So, then the
Who
fucking,
read it then?
right,
The
that fucking,
ghost?
right, no, that kid that stole your phone, right, he read it.
Okay, sure.
Fucker. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least turn off the read receipts.
Exactly. All right, next one then. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Title is, my friend's fiance is quote-unquote testing her, and I don't know if or / how I should tell her. My friend...
Testing her for what?
You'll hear.
Oh, okay.
My friend, 27 female, is engaged to her partner, 27 male-ish.
By the way,
27-ish male.
Just to talk about testing, I test my partner for HIV all the time. You know how?
How?
I go in raw.
There you go.
If I come out healthy, it's all good.
Jennifer wants to kill you. Jennifer wants to kill you. HR is ready to kill you.
You know what? Honestly, because I didn't sleep well again, because I had stomach issues last night, and now I'm having them again today because of Popeyes. I was stupid for getting Popeyes. So I'm getting loopy again. Sorry. But it was funny anyway.
There you go.
That's a surefire way of knowing.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Sure. If you die 3 years later, then
I guess you could.
She's so funny, actually.
I know. I guess you could get one of those
She's
free
like
tests, but
funny, and I think it's so funny. I love it, Jen. You're like aggressively funny, and I love that kind of funny. I know. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with the story then.
All right.
My friend, 27 female, is engaged to her partner, 27-ish male. They've been together for about 3 years in total and got engaged a few months ago. Rick has a job that keeps him out of town for a couple of weeks at a time, and he comes home about every other weekend. Amanda lives here and works here in town. Okay. They recently got their first apartment together, not living with their family. Shortly after moving in, Rick expressed that he wanted a dog. She kept telling him that she was not ready for the dog. They just moved and they hadn't settled in to their new home yet. He kept bringing it up, and she finally caved and said, okay, but requested they got a smaller, more easygoing breed. Well, without giving too much detail, he came home with a very young pup that is high energy. Think almost any shepherd breed. Okay, so big dog. Luckily, Rick does take the pup with him when he's gone for work. This weekend, however, while he was home, he had to leave for a few hours, and she was stuck at home with the pup. My partner and I stopped for a visit, and I got to meet the pup for the first time. He is a sweetie, but like all pups in the velociraptor stage, he's a bit of a terror. Poor Amanda was exhausted and overwhelmed, and while my partner was out of the room, she expressed to me that she loved Rick and she loved the pup, but she felt so drained and overstimulated. She said she was annoyed that her wishes on the type of the dog were overlooked and that it bothered her that he didn't care. I offered that I would happily dog sit from her from time to time and take the pups on walks so she could get her rest. Oh shit, I lost my place. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Rick came home. Amanda went outside to take the dog to go potty. And Rick asked if he could say something to me and my partner. I can't remember word for word what he said, but he basically said if he could talk to us, and we said of course. He goes on to tell us that he picked out the pup that he did as a way to test Amanda, to see what kind of mother she would be. He said that it was an old times way of testing a woman. I expressed that I didn't like that fair comparison. I have 3 dogs and 0 kids. I love my dogs like my children. But if I were to have a child, I would love my child would be vastly different than the love that I have for my fur babies. It's a different kind of love. I asked him, well, are you trying to have children right now? You guys still have plenty of time to settle and get where you need to be before having kids. He replied saying he wanted a family. I understand wanting things, but I also feel like you should do it when it's right, especially if it involves children. My partner and I don't want kids personally, but if we would, this isn't the time. And we want them to have the best life. Rick seems to think that he is ready for this right now, but from an outside looking in, he doesn't listen to anything his fiancé says. After we left, my partner was the first to speak to me, and he said he didn't like how Rick talked about Amanda and how he was testing her to see if how she'd handle having a kid. He and I both want to say something, but we don't know how or if we should. So basically the end of it is just, do you think she should say something to Amanda?
No. Mind your fucking business.
Would you?
Well, I think it's an asshole move on the guy's part.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew that she didn't want a high maintenance breed.
Yeah.
And so he got her.
Exactly.
And that's the whole testing thing.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's like if you're not sure that your partner is going to be a good parent,
you shouldn't want kids with them.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's an easier way to know if this is a good woman or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. If you ever saw the movie A Bronx Tale, you may not because the movie's more than 9 years old and, it's already too old for you. But there was a scene where they basically explained the Mario test.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you what the Mario test is. This is how you know if you have a good woman or not.
Okay.
Okay? You go out on a date, you pick your girl up,
Mm-hmm.
you open the door for her, and let her in. Okay? And then you go around the driver's side, you get in. Okay? Start the car, you reach around with your arm, grab the back of her head, and push her down towards
Oh
the
my God.
Now listen, hear me out. If she's down, okay, and she takes care of you, then she's a dirty whore and she can't be trusted.
Mm-hmm.
If she balks, like how dare you, and she's a good girl.
Oh, wow, look at
Okay?
that.
And you apologize.
She's gonna slap you and walk out.
And then you apologize and you keep her and you tell her why and that she just passed the Mario test.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Okay.
All Rick or whatever. And by the way, Rick and Amanda are probably real names.
Probably.
But right? Because that's kind of like too randomly made up. Okay, but all Rick had to do was, give her the Mario test and see where she landed on that. I mean, okay, the dog thing is stupid because obviously caring for a puppy is not the same as a child.
Exactly.
Puppies, while they need some attention, don't need the kind of, day-to-day care that a newborn does.
Exactly.
Feeding schedules and all that.
That's so fucked up that he didn't listen to what she wanted in a dog. She's like, I don't want a big dog. He went and got a big dog.
Well,
a shepherd dog?
I don't know them. And I could see where he's pretending like he didn't understand or, I was told they don't get to be that big. And, I thought you meant like these big Cane Corsos or whatever and not, German, whatever. But
no, he didn't even, he didn't excuse him.
I'm just saying, in other words, I could see, like, for example, like in his own mind, like, oh, it's a little puppy. How big do they get? Oh, they get about that big. Oh, that's not too big. But honestly, I think I'm rationalizing what is probably pretty deliberate behavior on Rick's part.
Yeah.
So Rick's an asshole for doing that. But partners, Billy and partner Billie Jean or whatever, because when people refer to their others as partners, it's usually a same-sex couple. Okay, so that's Billy and Billie Jean partner.
No, she's a woman, the one writing this, and then her husband.
Nah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Then her husband has no balls, and she's a woman anyway.
Yeah.
Or they're both women. Like, just he's like a spineless woman. Okay. Whatever. Okay? Bottom line is they need to mind their own. Okay? It's not their concern. Because you know what it's almost like?
What is it almost like?
It's almost like when a cringy sister-in-law tries to give you parenting advice, even though you've been raising two kids that are healthy and successful, and you're in a fully stable, happy, committed, loving marriage.
She's raising a multiracial
Afro-Caribbean single baby. Yeah. I know, but it's almost like that. Getting advice from somebody like that. Almost.
Uh-huh. Did anyone else
That's
peep the part where they said that he's gone for work for weeks at a time? How does he want her to raise a child by herself?
I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah.
What do you mean? She's a woman. Who else is going to do it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a mom's job.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right, moving on. Next one. I actually really like this story. It's long, but just stay with me.
Oh no.
Stay with it. It's really good though.
Sorry, buddy. Even with an upset stomach, I still got two.
All right. Title of this is My Ex Got Revenge on Me on the Worst Way Possible.
Before you go into the whole thing, okay, so nobody get offended. I'm going to check an email while you do this and just give me the cliff notes when you're done. I'm not going to pay attention.
My ex got revenge.
Being honest about it.
I know.
All right.
My ex got revenge on me in the worst way possible, and I have no way to clear my name. Last year, I cheated on my ex-girlfriend of 8 years, Annie, with a colleague, now fiancé, Jess, who I now have a 3-week-old son with. I have no excuse. It cost me my job and the majority of my friendships, along with the love of a good woman. I deserved it all, and I have never expected any sympathy for my actions. Annie delivered my stuff to my parents' house before I even knew that she knew about my cheating. She didn't even confront me. She just cut me out of her life without a word. I messaged everyone we knew, begging them to ask her to talk to me, and I sent hundreds of messages telling her how much I regretted everything and wanted her back. I never got a response. Jess saw the message, and it was obviously caused issues between us in the beginning. But she fell pregnant quickly, so we moved past it for the sake of our family together, which we both wanted. I am 100% committed to the relationship and haven't even looked at another woman since things settled down. In the final stretch of Jess's pregnancy, about a month ago, I saw Annie in a shop for the first time since the breakup. She was pretty cold towards me, but said that a few months ago she found a keychain my granddad had got me when I was very young. It's not valued, but she knows that it means a lot to me, and she said that I could come collect it the following Saturday morning. I explained that that was 6 days after Jess was due to give birth, so I would probably need to be home. But she said I could either get it on Saturday or it was going in the bin. So I agreed a time to go over. My son was born a few days late, so he was less than 24 hours old on the Saturday that I needed to collect the keychain. I planned to pop in on the way to the hospital, but when I got to my old house, Annie invited me in to talk about how things ended between us. I thought we had a good conversation and that both of us walked away with closure. She let me apologize for the way that I treated her, wished me the best with my new family, and hugged me as I left. I admit I held on tightly for the hug, but it was purely because of the relief, not lingering feelings. I spent less than an hour at the house and then decided to go back to the hospital. I didn't tell Jess about any of this because I know she still feels insecure about Annie, and I didn't want to add fuel to that. When I arrived at the hospital after seeing Annie, Jess had already revoked my access, and the ward manager wouldn't tell me why. I ended up having to be removed by security guards because I was denied seeing my son for the second time ever, and I didn't respond well to being blindsided. I tried calling Jess and her mom over and over, and the only response I got was a screen recording of a message from Annie. It was a doorbell footage of me walking through the door at 9:30 and then right out at 10:15. And the hug is only partly caught, so it looks like we could have been kissing. The message Annie sent with it was, did he even shower and change his clothes between fucking me and holding his son? Congratulations on being stuck with him for the next 18 years. I hope it's everything you've ever dreamed of. No one believes that it's a setup at all. It's something I would have never expected from Annie, and no one else would either. So they're completely rejecting the idea that this is a lie. I sent her a message asking why she did this, assuming I'd still be blocked. Her response was that she was not going to let me play innocent, and that I have deleted all of our messages over the past few months, but she hasn't. Obviously, there are no messages, but she blocked me again straight after that, so I have nothing at all to exonerate myself with. She waited in silence for almost a year and then took the most cruel and vindictive revenge she possibly could. I have met my son once, minutes after he was born, and now Jess is refusing any contact with me and won't even let me see him. I know court will take months, and my heart hurts every minute of every day. I know what I did to Annie was horrible, but I didn't deserve this, and I have no one to talk about it because not even my own mother believes me. Her only question was why I ruined my life with a baby when Annie was willing to reconcile, and that's about the most supportive thing she's even said to me since I was dumped. A few friends who have stuck with me are assuming the worst too, and it's killing me that not a single person I know sees this for what it is. Everything is ruined. Any advice is valued.
Oh, damn. That bitch is dangerous. I mean, she pretended to be like all calm because it sounded like she was a very mature, like calm, collected person.
No,
and she was planning this for a year.
Did you get the whole thing or no? Okay.
Nope.
Cheated on Annie.
Okay, we're not repeating that.
No, I'm gonna just give him the customers. He cheated on his girlfriend of 8 years with someone else, got her pregnant, knocked her up. They were like, "Yep, we're fiancés now. We're building a family." Well, he saw his ex-girlfriend like a month before his wife was due, or his fiancé was due to give birth to their baby. And she said, "You can come to my house this Saturday, pick up this keychain your granddad gave to you. I'm going to throw it away if you don't." Turns out his son was born that same day. After his son was born, he went back to that bitch's house and stayed from 9:10 to like 10:15 or something like that, talking and like getting closure, supposedly. And they hugged at the end. When he got to the hospital, they already denied him service because the bitch had texted his new baby mama saying, "I hope he showered or something or changed his clothes between fucking me and going to hold your son. Like, congrats on being stuck for 18 years." And his baby mom was not talking to him, not allowing him like anything to do with the kid. So now he's kind of like, what the fuck do I do here?
I'll tell you what.
What?
I don't disbelieve him.
Mm-hmm.
That it really was for closure,
right.
And it was a long hug. Only because why go to Reddit with that story anonymously I mean, if you didn't really need some advice from someone.
Exactly.
I mean, unless it's like a fantasy account or you're just like writing a short story that's
No.
made up. But that's my point. If this is like a fiction, then, you know, okay. But if it's nonfiction, it's really happened. And I kind of believe it because, again, like, why make that up and go to Reddit for, you know, for what? What purpose?
Yeah.
And
well,
the guy's
he
an
could
idiot.
wish that someone sees it
Maybe,
and, like,
well,
you know, sends it to his baby mom and be like, if it was, like, false, he'd be like, no, see, like, he's even on Reddit telling strangers about this. Like, he's not going to lie to strangers. And they could use that to try to get her to believe him.
I don't think there's any coming back from it anyway.
No, me neither.
But she obviously doesn't trust him.
Well, she said that was on him because even when he was with her again after they had broke up and he had, you know, decided like, okay, I cheated on her with you, we're going to be together, he would still text her saying he missed her and he was sorry and all of that. And she saw that. And from there, she was already been insecure about it. So it just added to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. She really played him well. It's kind of like Gone Girl, but to a way less extreme level.
Yeah. She plotted. She plotted.
It's not undeserved.
It's not. It's not.
To be honest.
Like, they were together 8 years, and he cheated on her, and then the bitch he cheated on her with got pregnant. Like, I get her anger. This was smart. Like,
I wonder
it's sad that a baby's involved.
Yes, but the kid's at a point where he doesn't know.
No, he won't remember this. No.
He's a newborn at the hospital.
He won't remember it.
You know, but it is sort of interesting that he's like, what do I do? How do I fix this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, buddy, every once in a while, you have to ask yourself, what are the consequences, or what could, right? You know, like you know what? There's a figure of speech. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Well, what's the worst that can happen? Ask yourself for real sometimes.
What's the worst that could happen?
If I do this, right? What
is it worth it? Like,
let me tell you, I'm serious. Along those same lines, and this is a little foreshadow to our next episode, but like anybody that plays poker well, you're every now and then you have to ask yourself, what can I beat? What beats me?
Okay.
Forget about looking at your cards, what's on the board, or you know, across the flop. Sometimes it's that simple, and lots of amateur recreational players. I mean, I'm a recreational player myself, but I'm a little bit better than just an amateur. But a lot of them don't understand that concept. All you have to do, literally, just ask yourself, what can I beat here? Right? I've got this, but what, based on the cards and the action, what can I actually beat, or what beats me? This is what I got. What are you have to go through that analysis. Right? Same kind of idea.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen here? Okay, if I don't wrap my willy, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, I can conceive a child.
Yeah. I can get caught for cheating.
Right. I could potentially pass a disease along.
Exactly.
Right? And all it would take is $3.99 and a fucking stop at the local 7-Eleven or gas station or whatever. You wouldn't be in this mess.
Or even after $50.
Yes.
Costco sells them for $15.
Right. You get you get the bulk pack?
No, just if you go to the Costco pharmacy, you go in Plan B. I bet in Plan B.
Oh, I was like, condoms are condoms that expensive now?
No, I was saying 50 at CVS, but Costco sells them for 15.
Well, it gives you an idea how long it's been since I've had to actually go out and buy condoms.
Like, there you go.
It's like $15. Damn, inflation's real. Struggle's real. Listen, there's no pussy worth $15.
No, I meant the Plan Bs if they just forget.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant.
All right.
Next one. How many more stories you got in you?
Like one.
Okay, then let me go to the last one.
We've already gone like an hour, right? Just about.
Yeah.
That's a long one.
Wait, is it this one?
No.
Oh, did I not? Damn, I don't think I added the last one I wanted to add.
See, Hurricane's off her game too. I told you.
Hold on.
Like novels.
I know. No, there was one that I wanted.
While you're looking, can we just get back to that last one for a second?
Sure.
Because you know what it's almost like?
What is it almost like?
It's almost like going on a Caribbean cruise with the intent of getting pregnant, and pretending like it wasn't, on purpose.
Exactly. And
then only coming to find out later, that it actually was all planned.
Exactly.
And this is after you ended up footing the bill for a bunch of stuff. It's almost like that. It's three, buddy.
I guess the other story I had, I don't know if I...
Guess we're about to wrap it up, huh? Just like Billy should have done.
Yeah. No, because the other one I have is really long, so I don't know if you want to hear it.
Nope.
That's the thing.
No.
There's only like one more. Yeah.
This is not.
It's not that long actually. If you think about it, it's just. Yeah,
right.
It's this one. Okay.
I'm being overruled.
It's not that long actually. I was wrong.
Objection.
I just won't read part 2 because there's 2 parts to it.
Of course there is.
I won't read part 2. I just read one.
Do we need part 2, by the way, to understand?
No.
All right.
Wait,
hold on. Objection. Overruled. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, last one then. Okay. I, 28 female, found out my fiance, 29 male, has been telling his coworkers that I'm his sister. What do I do? Please help. My fiance, I'll call him Josh, and I have been together for 6 years, engaged for 4. People love this, right? And we don't have kids. He started working at a large accounting firm about 3 years ago, and from where he tells me, he loves it there. He's made a lot of friends through his job, and he goes out with them for dinners, for drinks and social events quite often, and I've been totally okay with that. I'm quite introverted, so I've never been interested in meeting his friends or colleagues or work friends, nor have I asked to. After what happened yesterday, it only just occurred to me that he has never asked me if I'd like to meet any of them or go to any of those events, but I guess that's important context. Anyways, I'll start with what happened a few months ago that I had brushed off until now. I was at a bar with a couple of his friends, for a couple of my friends, for Friday after work drinks, and a guy approached me. He looked slightly familiar, but I had never met him before. He seemed friendly enough, and he asked me, like, her name, right? I think I must have just given him a confused look because he followed up with, I'm Jake, I work with Josh. I realized that I recognized him from the photos from my fiance's phone. This is where it gets a bit embarrassing.
This is where it does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm a bit socially awkward, so I kind of struggled to end conversations, but he just kept talking to me. I guess he was already a couple of beers deep, but while he was talking, he said something like, it's great that you guys are still close. I haven't talked to my brother in ages. At the time, I was like, huh? But I just assumed he was drunk and not making sense, so I ignored it. After that, she left with her friends. I decided not to tell my fiance that I had met his coworker, Jake, not to hide it, but because I figured the guy wouldn't remember talking to me, and I didn't want to make it awkward for Josh by telling him his colleague tried to hit on me. But yesterday morning, I was out walking the dog. Monty was on his way to my regular cafe, which is in town. I was waiting in line to order, and the guy in front was an older man. He got his coffee, turned around, but stopped and looked at my dog and goes, hello, Monty. Monty was super excited to see him, apparently, and so I guess that the guy was another colleague of Josh's because Josh brings the dog to the office a couple of times a week. He introduced himself, but then he said, like, aren't you a good sister, walking his dog for him? I was confused that I didn't even know how to react at first, so I stumbled on my words and said, it's my dog. I regret it, but I genuinely couldn't bring myself to correct him and say that I'm Josh's fiance and not his sister. It was too awkward, and I just wanted to leave him alone because I didn't want to talk about sharing a dog. What the fuck do I do here? Do I even ask my fiance about this? And I need some help. What would you guys do in this situation?
I'm so confused. Why? Just why? Why would you? And what is it with people being engaged for 4 years?
No
do
idea.
people not understand what being engaged means?
I'm
get engaged.
Exactly. Exactly. What would you do if you found out, your partner has been telling people you're her brother?
I don't know. I kind of tuned out after a while. Listen,
I would have so many questions.
It's almost like a weird fetish or something. I mean, that's a thing.
That's worse. That's so much worse.
Fine, I understand it's worse. I'm just saying.
Do you guys want me to say what it was?
Yeah, because
I won't say the update, but I won't read the whole thing. But basically, she went through his phone and she saw, like, she had proof, right? Like, of him saying, like, this is my sister. She would send shit, like pictures of them on, like, anniversary trips. Oh, look, me and sis in Bali, stuff like that. When she finally confronted him, kind of acted stupid, said he didn't know what she was talking about. He didn't know what he was looking at, whatever. He finally said to her that it was because the men in his office were like frat boys. And if you were married, you kind of got shit for it. And he saw how the one guy who is married got a lot of shit for being married. So he didn't want to get that. So he lied at first and said, oh, no, she's my sister. But then it got worse because they thought his sister was hot. So they kept making jokes like, oh, your sister. And he told him a couple times, like, oh, she's married. But he felt like he was too deep in the slide that he couldn't tell them that's my wife and not my sister. So that's why he kept it up.
Who spends that much time with their sister?
Who's that weak-minded that they can't just, hey, guys, do me a favor? I don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
Like, knock it the fuck off.
Not even that. Like, I have a wife, I'm married. Fuck you. I'm sorry, y'all aren't married.
Yeah, all right, why don't you go have fun, at the fucking rodeo next week or whatever.
Exactly.
Right? Or shit-kicking your line dances or whatever the fuck they do in Texas or wherever this is. That's just stupid. Yep. I mean, really, it's just stupid. Yeah. I mean, all that tells me is that Billy has no fucking spine.
No spine. Mm-hmm.
Seriously, no spine.
Yeah.
And sister, fiance, Lucinda, or whatever, you want to know how to solve this, though?
How?
Get a different job. Serious. Leave that fucking company.
You know what I would do?
I don't know if I want to ask, but go ahead.
I would go into the office and bring him lunch. And in front of everyone, just give him big kisses. Be like, hi, how are you? How are you, honey? And I'd play into it. Like, how was your day? Mom called earlier.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even think of that.
I would. Hell yeah. I would.
You know what? It's the sad part is it sounds like he works at the kind of place where they'd all get into that.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. It's weird, though. Like, why are you... I've never heard of a firm egging on the guy who's married because he's married.
Yeah, normal to get married.
No, I think that if he's young enough He's in one of these like new startup corporate jobs. I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of Enterprise Rent-A-Car?
Yeah.
Okay. When I was younger, and so I guess this would be like 1995, 96, there was a big thing. Enterprise was recruiting college graduates, and you had to be a college grad. Maybe it's still like that. I don't know. But back then, it's like if you want a career, management track, whatever, we'll fast track you.
Yeah, because you really need a college degree to work it.
Right, but that was a mandatory requirement to be in their management program.
Right.
So what they would do is they would recruit like 50 people at a time. They'd all start, and it sounds like that. A bunch of like newly graduated, not quite over their college year people that just carry on like morons. Oh, you better get home to the missus.
But he's 30.
Well, I'm saying like, me and Cal, we're going to the bar, right? And then we're going to, go to the strip club and we don't got to get home at no time. We'll do what we want. Right, whatever, but meanwhile, fucking Billy and Cal live with their fucking mothers.
Exactly.
Right, in their fucking parents' basements or whatever.
Exactly.
Or they fucking have sex with the fucking sheep outside because they can't get, laid themselves. But, sorry, that does not really excuse Brother Billy here.
Yeah, no.
Brother Billy,
Billy's a pussy.
Yes, he really
He's
is spineless. He needs to grow a pair. Seriously, grow a pair. Fiance sister Lucinda might be doing herself a favor by cutting it off now.
Yeah.
Like breaking it. Like, you know what? If you can't man up around your coworkers, I mean, what's there to be ashamed of?
Exactly.
Like, you're ashamed of being engaged.
Like, we're almost married, dude. Like,
well, not anymore. Not that close to it. 4 years and counting.
Exactly.
Right? Are they even did they select a date?
No,
like, that's one way to kind of move the clock.
Well, I don't think that, she cares enough to now. She's like, I don't know what the fuck to do with him.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, so before I give our patented sign-off request, I will give the audience a little sneak peek and a shout-out.
Okay.
So our next episode, so this is going to drop next Wednesday. And then next Friday's episode is going to be something called Tales from the Felt.
Yes.
And this is my sort of way of paying back a favor to Todd Dandruff Watellis. He came on our podcast several episodes ago, and he promoted it on his website, and our listenership spiked by almost 1,000.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, and that was a direct result.
That is still our most listened to episode as well.
Yeah. So I am going to do an episode all about fucked up poker stories. Like, that's the term felt. It means the poker table. I can only imagine how many people have gone through crazy, weird stuff. I myself have had more than one kind of awkward moment. Right. I'll tell you guys a story about the guy with BO at the tournament that just like wouldn't fucking shower. He's like a fucking degenerate. He's like there for like 3 days straight and he stunk. Like you could literally see his body odor like wafting across, it was that bad. And I'll tell you guys other stories about like, there's a couple of famous ones like at the World Series of Poker where some guy basically just like got up on top of the craps table and just like dropped his pants and got naked, started dancing because he was like all fucked up from losing. I mean, there's just all sorts of stuff that goes on. So, so for Todd, appreciate it. Shout out. And we'll try to do another link back to help, again, to reciprocate. But so that's what you guys can look forward to next Friday.
Yes.
Hurricane.
Yes.
Tell them where they can find us.
All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate all the support. Remember, you can find us on Instagram at The Bentama Confirm. Our pod Instagram is at The Late Podcast. You can visit our Twitter and TikTok at The Bentama Confirm. You can visit our website at eblawfirm.us or you can email us at info@eblawfirm.us. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.